I'm Mitch Owens, and we're the Wild West Cowboys. We're here to put on a show for you today called the Pleasant Valley War. It happened in Arizona here in the 1880s. It went on for 20 years. There was a couple families that moved into young Arizona and homesteaded, had cattle and sheep and horses, and they were neighbors for several years, friends. And then they had a falling out, and they started branding each other's calves, and pretty soon shooting each other and wrestling cattle. It became a bad habit for 20 years, and Arizona didn't become a state for 20 years because of the 50 killings went on. The Clantons from Tombstone area, Ike Clanton was part of that fashion. He'd bring up cattle and wrestle them from Mexico and take them up to Holbrook, and then turn around and they steal them back, take them back to Mexico and sell them back and forth. And then they come across sheep herders or ranchers, and they'd steal their cattle or their sheep and they'd kill the people. It was a very, very bad place to live in the 1880s. So Commodore Perry Owens was sheriff at the time up in Holbrook area, and he was commissioned to give warrants to the Blevins brothers, which was the last of the fashion up in that area, in 1887. And he was known to be pretty good with the gun. He carried 2 guns and a rifle, 2 pistols and a rifle. And he, back in the day, the tin cans were actually tin, so he'd throw it out in the street, and from his hip with either hand, he could keep the can bouncing until he was out of shells. Same with his rifle. So he was nobody to mess with. And so he went to deliver the warrants to the Blevins property, and bringing the brothers without a fire in the shop was his plan. Went by himself because he knew everybody in town, and somebody's father or brother or relative didn't want them sacrificed in the taking back of the Blevins brothers. So he did it on his own, and this is what happened. We'll show you what happened there. We have the ropes up for your safety and ours. If you happen to find a blank on the ground or a shell casing, get one of us. We're semi-professional. We all went to the Alec Baldwin School of Gun Safety. Just kidding. We all tried to be safe, and that was really unfortunate. Somebody actually died there, and that should never happen. There should never be a live round on the set. And we don't even point the guns at each other. If you notice in the show, when we shoot at each other, we shoot off to one side or the other, or up or down, because blades can kill you, they can hurt you. So we'll show you what happens with that in a minute when I do the demonstration. We just finished a movie a couple months ago at Extra, so our group was, and the Dog Bite Murders was filmed up in Globe and Florence and a little bit in Phoenix. And there's a trial. I'm a juror in the trial, and then witness to 2 hangings, public hangings up in Globe, and then we have some of our members as well in that as their extras. And then I was in a movie several years ago with Kevin Costner called The Postman, and it was started in Tucson and ended up there almost the Canadian border in Worsted State, Medellin Falls, and Redmond area, Oregon. And I had a little bit part that said, "You bet and kill them." I had 2 horses in it, and they're long since gone, but they lived to be 34 and 36. Arabians, they were pretty good horses. So if you watch that show again, I'll wave at you. But we'll get on with the show, and I'll let Corey introduce the cast, and I'll show you what a 45 long Colt or a 38 long Colt can do with an aluminum can in this case.